She is the theater program. She has been the theater program for years now. She has done everything.
For 8 years, Heritage Theater has been supported by its lead director, Miss Michelle Robinson, who's in charge of productions, tech theater, and is the heart of the program.
Introduction stuff.
But in August of 2022, she received some shocking news.
I then got a phone call, and I just remember her saying, you know, there was cancer, or there's cancer present. And I remember just not hearing anything after that at all. In fact, I had to ask her to, you know, can you repeat everything that you just said? And she's like, sure. Because I just kept thinking, like, nothing like this would ever happen to me until it did.
Miss Robinson was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, also known as breast cancer. After her diagnosis, Miss Robinson sat down and shared the news to her theater students, like Isha Kamath and Chloe Sneed.
She told us all together, and we all cried. We all definitely cried. It was a very, very sad moment because it was just like, what is gonna happen?
I didn't think it was real. I'm gonna be honest, because I was actually out of town and somebody sent me a text message like, hey, Robbie has cancer. And I was in disbelief. I was scared.
With her diagnosis, Miss Robinson would have to undergo rounds of treatment and chemotherapy, which would dramatically change how she functioned.
Just the year before, I had dealt with another surgery where cancer was found, but it was cut out, and so I didn't have to go through any treatment with that. But the students had just dealt with me being gone during that time, and so having to come in and tell them that I was going to be gone for another extended amount of time was really hard. And one of my students, Chloe, looked at me and said, Miss Robinson, you have to take care of yourself. We'll be okay. And I think it was at that moment, honestly, that I realized, like, okay, I'm gonna be okay.
We had to kind of remind her, like, it's okay to take a break, because she really does work really hard. Even if she felt super sick that day, she would still come in and make sure that we're okay.
In addition to her theater students, Ms. Robinson was able to find a support system in the Coyote community with her coworkers as well.
I went to introduce myself and got to know her, started participating in theater more. And that from that point on, just being there for her and asking her what she needed.
I actually remember when Robinson had to take a few-month break, and the theater department stepped up for her, for real. The kids here, they took charge, and they did their own rehearsals, they did their own competitions without her needing to coach them as much. The school itself let her take that break, made her that pep rally to support her on her mission, and let her rest up and like heal up before she came back. And that was the biggest support that someone like the school could give to her.
These were folks who, some knew me really well and some did not. But just to see them come together for me at the time was really special. Heritage has been my family through all of this.
This support only continued even months later, in January of 2023, when she found out she was cancer-free.
A year after, I was given what we call NED, which is no evidence of disease. So that was really exciting to hear.
But even though she has gotten so far in her journey, the fight is not always over.
Unfortunately, though, at my regular appointment in August, we did find another lump. And so I'm kind of going through the procedure all over again, and just hoping that this time, once it's biopsied, that it's nothing. I think it's important that people understand that once we're given the all clear, some of us, our journey is still not over. I think about my cancer every day. It's hard to go through. And it's hard knowing that you can get it again at any point. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with. So I just want people to be mindful of taking care of themselves.
No matter the circumstance, staff and students alike find inspiration from Ms. Robinson's journey.
Oh, she inspires me daily. She is the strongest woman I ever have known and will continue to know. She inspires me that perseverance is a very strong quality to have and is the one thing you need to have to keep going in life.
Robbie inspires me to keep living life. Acting is something I want to do. It's a very competitive industry, but she's told me just do it, and I'm very proud to have somebody like her in my life.
I'm super grateful to our kids here. I love my job. I love the students, and I'm just grateful to them for, I guess, treating me like a human being in a weird way. Because sometimes they think, teachers are extraordinary beings, but no, they were able to see the human side of me.
I'm Gabi Diaz for Coyote Nation TV.